For this practice, you're going to need a yoga block, preferably a soft one, but if you have a cork block, you can use that as well. But notice if that makes the inner thighs a little tender, you can always wrap a towel around it just to add a little bit of extra cushion. So I do recommend a soft yoga block. In this video, we're going to practice adduction, engaging the inner thighs. The muscles of the inner thighs support your lower back, the function of your hips, the pelvic floor, and the strength of your ankles and knees. It's important to integrate that strengthening of adduction into every yoga asana that we do. And oftentimes it can be very overlooked, especially when there's so much else going on in a yoga practice. But it's important to engage that inner thigh strength, not only to strengthen our posture, but to protect our low back in specific movements. With the yoga block, you can either use the tallest setting, which looks like this, or the wider side can be placed between the thighs. I like the taller setting in between the inner thighs. You want to guide it above the knee. And I'm going to come in a little bit closer so that you can see these articulations are going to occur in your toes. With the block in between the thighs, give it a good squeeze, embrace it. Lift your kneecaps and plug your feet, pushing them into the ground. Now palms can rest right over the diaphragm, palms can rest at heart center to support balance, or palms can rest by your side. With your next breath, take a deep breath in and lift your toes up. Stretch them out as far as they can go. And then as you exhale, start to dial them down, root them one at a time. Toes often do what they like, so really think about each one individually moving. The more you speak to the toes, the more mobility you create in your feet. I'm going to do that for about 3 rounds. Inhaling, toes lift up, engaging the block, and then exhale, toes come down. And last one, inhale, toes lift up, spread them out wide, fan them open, and then exhale, toes come down. The second movement we're going to explore is in addition to what we just did. On the inhale, our toes are going to lift up. And then as you exhale, toes shift down, distribute your weight into your toes and pick up the heels. Notice what happens at the calf muscle. Fiery energy starts to build. This is going to strengthen your calf muscles and the Achilles tendon, creating greater range of motion in your ankle. On the next exhale, let your heels come down, toes lift up. And inhaling, shift the weight forward, toes plant, heels rise. We're going to articulate this movement for 10 rounds. Into the toes and up into the heels. After the 10th round, the next progression you're going to explore, once again, coming back onto the tippy toes, lifting the heels as high as you can. You're going to pulse the heel bones up and down. Palms at heart center will support this movement. Steady your balance. Palms out to the side may challenge your balance. This is going to increase a lot of blood flow into the calf muscle, fiery-like sensation. Pulsing the heels up and down, 10. As you've reached that 10th round, let yourself rest. The next progression we're going to explore involves supination and pronation of the feet. Oftentimes in posture, we tend to lean or bear weight on either the inner arches or the outer arches of our feet. So this activity is going to draw awareness to finding our center, the soles of the feet. With your next inhale, you're going to plug the pinky toe side and lift just the toe. Try to lift the mid-arch. This is supination of the ankle, of the foot. And as you exhale, press into the big toe, the mid-arch, and peel up your pinky toes. Try to lift the blade side edge of the outer edge of the feet up. You're going to do that side-to-side motion for about 5 rounds. And just noticing How much awareness can you put into your feet? Now notice if that block started to slide out, keep squeezing, adducting the inner thighs. After you finish the 5th round, plant your feet and take a breath. Notice what has changed, what has shifted. You can go ahead and let that block go. And take a moment just to notice, standing on your 2 feet, what feels different. I look forward to hearing how this video helps you. I recommend practicing at least once a day, if not every other day.